Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are seeing me for the first time, I also welcome you. So this is Siba and this is my channel and I welcome you. I do really hope that you're gonna subscribe, like, share the video, comment, interact, be part of the family. So in today's video, without wasting time, we're gonna be talking about everything related to our Thailand trip. I've been trying to do this video, I do not know for how long. Every time someone asks me on Instagram or TikTok or somewhere, I just say I'm gonna do a video, so please do follow me. And people are wondering, where's the video? This girl has been doing the video. So I am glad that I'm finally sitting down and doing the video. So I'll be looking down because I put everything here. So when I look down, just know that I'm looking at the cost. So today's video is about our Thailand trip, me and my best friend. I'll be talking about the cost of the flights, accommodation, activities, and how much we spend on food and transport. And hopefully this will also help you plan your trip to Thailand with your friend, your family, and perhaps you can always go alone, So we're gonna start about how the trip came about. We started saving for the trip sometime last year. I'm not sure about the exact time. However, at the time we did not know where we are going. So we just started saving with no destination. So I suggest if you do want to go somewhere, start saving without any destination, but just put the money down unless uli boza. You can just decide today that I want to go to Thailand tomorrow. That's still fine. But anyway, I'm talking to the girlies and the brothers that, are like us, that will need to save before they go on a trip. So we started saving with no destination, and then this year we were like, okay, Chomi, we need to have a destination. We had several places that we wanted to go, which I will not mention, so that in the near future maybe we'll be going there. And then we ended up choosing Thailand. So one of the deciding factor was the fact that we were going to be rich when we get there. You need to also look at, is it a beautiful place? Will you have some activities to do? Some interesting things to see? And TikTok helped us a lot. So do not sleep on TikTok. Do look at TikTok, and then TikTok will really show you like interesting places, and that will help you choose your destination. In this video, we're only talking about Thailand, right? But I was just sharing you guys how we got to choose Thailand, right? Okay, so let's get to the gist, the costs, the money. I know that's what you guys are interested in. How much money did we end up spending? I will do a conclusion of how much we spent at the end so that you do keep watching. Unless you're just gonna skip to that point, please don't skip, just keep it going. All right, let's start with the flights. So for the flights, we booked the flights pretty much early, but we wanted to book earlier than we did, but our leaves were not approved yet, so we had to wait. We had to wait for our leaves to be approved. So before I tell you the price, it is better to book your flights very early, because obviously you're gonna get them at a cheaper price than when you book them closer to the time. We could have actually saved 500 from our flights, because at the time we decided to book and then ended up not booking. They were 500 rands cheaper, if not 200. But the lesson is just book a little bit earlier. I still think we did book early, but we could have done better. Okay, so each person for the return flight paid about 11.6 thousand rands. I don't know if you can believe that, but at the moment the prices are quite high, but the return for each person was like 11.6. So for the both of us, we paid about 23,000 or so. So each person, 11.6 thousand. I'll just put the prices for each thing that I'm talking about so that I end up summing everything together. So another thing that you need to look at when you are booking is the fact that if you have a longer layover, obviously the price will be cheaper. So if you do not mind, having a 9-hour layover, 6-hour, 4 hours, do get that, because it means that you'll just pay a little bit lesser, and that's what we did. For example, we had a connecting flight. We flew from Cape Town to Dubai and then stayed about 9 hours before our next flight. Yes, 9 hours. Imagine. I mean, like, if you have the days, and you do not have the money, you might just, there's always a trade of time and money. We decided to save money instead of time. So we had a 9-hour layover, and then from Dubai to Phuket. And then when we come back, we also had was it a 4 hours or 6 hours, but it was less than before. However, we still had a layover, so you do look at those things and see how you can actually save on your flights. So that's how we actually managed to save. So what we used to book our flights, you always say the cheap flights website. We booked via the cheap flights website. The third party in that website was Flight Center, so the deal was from Flight Center. So that is also something that is very important, that when you book, you look at who is offering the deal. You go on TikTok and see if ever they are credible and all that, and see the reviews. Because this is not related to this trip. I once made a mistake and I panicked when I was booking to Turkey. The third party, I think it was Go to Gate or something, but I booked via that third party. The flights were being cancelled and all that, but then I learned my lesson at the time. So just check the third party, right? So please make sure to check the third party. Now we go to accommodation. I really think that when you are booking trips like this, it's better if you book in 2s, 3s, because you really save on accommodation, right? So we had 2 accommodations. We had 2 hotels because we split our hotels based on the activities that we were doing. We stayed in Karen side, and we also stayed in Phuket town, right? So the first hotel that we stayed in, which is the Phoenix Hotel in Karen, was 2,111, right, for 4 nights. Yes. And then we also had a discount. My friend had a discount when she was booking. She had a 10% discount, so that took the price to 1,933, right? So that is 1.9, less than 2,000 for 4 nights, right? Meaning per night it was about 500 and something before the discount. You get me? Like in South Africa, would you get a place that was at that level of niceness, if you get what I'm saying, at the price of 500 and something? No. Or maybe yes, maybe, I do not know. And then the second accommodation, which was the Travel Lodge, this was in Phuket town. We stayed there for 5 nights. And the total price was 4,455 for 5 nights. Yes, 5 nights, meaning that for 1 night it was 891. This one was a bit pricier, but mind you, bit pricey is still less than 1,000 rands in our language. Me and my friend, as we always say, that mikusema bozing. But it was still an affordable place, if you get me. This means that the total of what we paid for accommodation and flights, that each person contributed about 14.8, which is 15K, right? For flights, return flights, and accommodation, right? So if you get the maths now, okay, let's start calculating. You've covered the most part of things with 15K, right? So you've done your flights, you've done your accommodation. The only thing that is just left now is transportation, food, and activities, right? So this one is very easy now. Not easy, but as long as you are there, you will figure it out what happens there. That's why me and my friend were saying, what happens in Thailand stays in Thailand. I am joking. I am bringing it here now. What happened in Thailand, I will bring it to you guys. So now let's go to activities. How much we actually paid for activities, and what exactly, or which activities did we actually do. And then at the end, you will then do the calculations of how much is left for transportation and food, because I can't really be sitting here telling you that today we used 260 for lunch, and yeah, you get me. I will tell you what activity did we do, how much did it cost, and how did we book. So hopefully you can start planning your itinerary. So what we did was that we had an itinerary before we left, which actually helped, as much as we did not do everything and we did not use the sequence that we planned, but we did most things that we planned to do. So the first day we went to the beach. Obviously, Thailand beaches are so nice. We went to the beach closest to where we stayed. So we went to Karen Beach. And obviously going to the beach is free. So what the cost that we paid that day was the transportation, of which we used a scooter. Can you believe it? Imagine our dignity. If in South Africa we would like just, go there with a scooter, we wouldn't do that. But anyway, we did that day in Thailand. Hence I say, what happens in Thailand stays in Thailand. But anyway, we used a scooter. At that time, it was for experience, we were like, let's take a scooter. But at the end, so day one, beach day, 0 rands. So the same day, after the beach day, we went to see the Buddha, right? And you do not pay to see the Buddha or to go to the temple. You just go there, right? So we just paid for transportation. And I remember that day we ate street food. Just mind you, at this point, we're just experimenting. It's not because we did not have money. But I'm telling you, right at the end, it was that. But we were just experimenting at this point. So we had lunch, street food, and then we went to the Buddha temple. And we did not pay to get there. So just keep that in mind. We still have not spent anything on activities. I'm not putting this in sequence, right? And then the second day we went to the Wachalong temple. It's still 0. We did not pay anything. We just paid for transportation, right? And then after that, we also went to Keron View. It's a sea view. It's very beautiful. You get to see the ocean. You get to see, like you are in Signal Hill, you are viewing Cape Town. That's the vibe that I got there. But that was just it. But it was very beautiful. And we also did not pay to get in there. So that was still free, but just transportation. We then went to do paragliding. That experience I will never forget. Like, I never thought I would actually do that. However, I did it. Anyway, paragliding was 3,000 baht, right? But we negotiated that, my brother, we only have 2,500. We said that, right? We're like, yeah, we said with 2,500. Mind you, this is for both of us, right? So meaning that each person was like 1,500 baht. So in rands, we ended up paying 650 after the discount that they gave us. Another activity that we did was Old Phuket Town. It's building, guys. It's just buildings, nothing fancy. But it's an experience. It's an experience. You get to see the nice buildings, take pictures. Yeah, it is a nice experience to just go and see. Let me just keep it there. But it's yeah, I don't know if it's beautiful, but it was a nice experience. That's all that matters. We live for experiences. That one was very close to the second hotel, so we literally paid for transportation. And then when we were there, because you walk a lot, you get hungry, we ate at a place. That place was very, very cheap as well. It's like, it's street food, but not in the streets. Does that make sense? But I'll show you guys right here. It was very nice. All right, so another activity that we did was the PP Island. PP Island hop. If you get me, it's like a whole day event. That one clocks, like, if you can go to Thailand and just go to PP Island and come back. And then you go to PP Island, you come back, finish and clear. That experience clocks everything that we did. I am telling you, it was worth every cent and more. We booked PP Island when we were there. We booked via the Viator. I'll put the link down below. Yes, I'll put the link in the description. We booked via that. So each person paid 973 rands for this one. This was the most expensive activity that we did. However, it was very, very much worth it. Imagine we hopped 6 islands for 973. There was swimming, there was snorkeling, there was food provided, like a buffet, lunch buffet. So you can literally say that you paid less for the experience, I think. So that's one of the things. You cannot not go to Thailand and not go to the islands. Like, finishing clear. If you go to Thailand for the first time and you don't go there, you did not go. I'm joking. Another activity that we did was the elephant feeding. That one. We should have just gone to the expensive one, the sanctuary elephant care or something. We regretted going there. But you know, as we always make the most out of every activity. If you do not know, please go watch our vlog. Because the service there was very terrible. Nonetheless, we paid the 728 rands to feed elephants. This includes the basket that was full of bananas that we paid for the elephants. Like literally what you do there, you feed the elephant for 15 minutes, you take pictures, you ride them, you get into the water, you come back, and that's all for 728. So I don't think that money was equivalent to the experience that we had. And we took really nice pictures. That's the part that I really liked. It was the pictures. The pictures came out so nicely. Yeah. If there are no pictures, you did not do it. I'm joking. But yeah, we took a lot of pictures and we just wanted to leave that place, I'm telling you. But yeah, there are so many places for elephant feeding. Like there's sanctuary care, there's elephant on the beach. The one we went to was elephant on the beach. So just make sure you don't go to that one. I'm joking, you can go, but I mean, maybe it was not a good day for us, but the service was really, really terrible. That's all I can say. And then what else did we do? We went to the beach club. The beach club gives me the vibes of the Cabo Beach. The name of the beach club we went to is Cafe de la Mar. Yo, kusema bozen pa. Ha! Like, kusema bozen. But, second I got my boss are more. But at the time, you know, when you are not paying for yourself, it's better. Kusema bozen pa. And I feel like I'm a bosser. Like the prices are not equivalent to the experience. I don't know if you get me. Like, I think the pizza was like 400 and something in rands. But ibi chile. I don't know what was going on with La Pizza. I remember, I think my friend was also complaining about the cocktail. But her cocktail was even stronger. I even asked for more alcohol in mine because even at the Sally Suit 8. Cafe de la Mar is a beautiful place. Nice views, nice music. The food, maybe because we ate pizza, I don't know. After Cafe de la Mar, we went to Bangla Road. Yeah, that place is a vibe. I didn't want to go there that day. Yeah, but that place is a vibe. I ended up forgetting the whole experience of the elephants, Cafe de la Mar. The place is a vibe. We were dancing all night. It's like Long Street modified in another level. You know, you have to go to Bangla Road. I don't care if you go to clubs or you don't, but the experience there is unmatched. Like, you go club hopping, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not promoting clubs, but I'm just saying go to Bangla Road for experience. There were even kids there. I think it's just an experience thing, just to say you've experienced A, B, and C, not necessarily to say it's my thing. After that, we went to the mall. And obviously, you know, when you go to the mall, you spend some money. Obviously, when we go to the mall, you spend your own money, unrelated to. The last activity that we went to is the spa. Guys, that spa, it is to die for. I wish I could take those people and bring them here. That spa. But here, but that spa, I am telling you, you have to do it. If you do go to Thailand, please visit yes, I'll put it here. I forgot the name, but you have to visit that place. It's very affordable. I think each person paid about 221, right? 221 rands. This includes the spa, the entrance so that you can use the sauna, you can use the ice bath, you can use the pool. All together, that the spa, the full Thai spa, the full Thai massage, including all the other stuff, you paid 221. So without bubbling on whatever we did specifically, each person, the total for activities was 2,572. So that's how much each person spent, 2,572. If we go back to how much we spent before, accommodation and flights, and including this one now, you add what I just told you, one person spent about 17.5, rounding it up, right? That's 17,500. Mind you, this is excluding food, drinks and transportation. So because each person had about 21,000, if you subtract now the 17K that I just told you, it means that for food and drinks and transportation, we paid about 3,920. Right. So to go to Thailand, and we did all that we did from the vlogs and what I just told you guys. Okay, now we are at the end. So wait for it. Are you ready? I hope you've been doing the maths or the calculation. The total for each person to go to Thailand and Galavant and do everything that we did in the vlogs, each person paid exactly 21,360. Tell me that is not a bargain. Tell me that is not a deal. Tell me. I mean, like, if you booked via agents, I think the ones that I've been seeing is 27,000. And mind you, 21,000. Okay, let me cut 21,360 for 10 days. Remember, we stayed 5 nights and also 4 nights, and the day we left. So about 10 days in Thailand for 21,360. Tell me you will not go. I'm joking, but you know, it is possible. I did this video so that I could show you that it is possible to save up and go for a trip, not necessarily Thailand. You know, you can go, and maybe next time me and my friend will go to Dubai. I am speaking that to the universe. I am speaking it. Yo, Maragya Tura Payana. The last time I went there, you guys, that place showed me flames. It showed me that actually you still need to work harder and have more money. Yeah. So without wasting time, okay, maybe I'm not wasting time. You guys go what you wanted. Please comment on the section below if this was very helpful. And if you are thinking of planning a trip, so yeah, please comment. Do not forget to like, subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 guys before end of November. I am begging you. I mean, you know, Nina guys never pause so if I subscribe. Yes.